LegalKaleidoscope. I'm attorney TataNisha, and I'm here with two wonderful guests. I have Tabitha Green. Tabitha, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And I have Marianne Howard. Marianne, I'd like to thank you as well.
Sure.
You have to talk louder, Marianne.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Are you nervous?
I am.
Oh, don't be nervous. We have a wonderful audience. We have a wonderful viewership, and they're excited as we are to talk about this topic. Last week when I was on the radio, we are on 910 AM Superstation, Detroit's largest voice for African Americans, and we come on every Sunday at 4 o'clock. And I was on last week, and I had a wonderful group, and we talked about internet dating, and we talked about the legality of internet dating. And I won't go over all of that because we did it on the radio, but some things we talked about is men who meet women over the internet, and they're underage. And they don't know they're underage, and so they get all these pictures. And they get charged with child pornography. And why is that? Whenever you receive any type of photo of an individual, if she's underage, it's strict liability, and you can be charged with a CSC3. So today what we're going to do, we're going to carry on our internet dating topic, and we're going to talk about internet marriage. We're going to talk about immigrations. We're going to talk about some things that I think legally our studio audience should know in order to better their lives, in order to glean from these two wonderful women who have who want to tell their story because they want to help you, and they want to help all women who are in any type of position. So we're going to start with Marianne because she's the best transition. Marianne met her husband on the internet. She met him on the site. What was the name of the site, Marianne?
FilipinaHeart.com.
You said, say it again.
FilipinaHeart.com.
FilipinaHeart.com.
Yes.
Okay, and how did you go to meet him?
First, I go online and then I don't know how to do it at all really because I was a nanny and then I don't have time to do that. So, but one of my friends, she was working in Hong Kong, and then she told me that why don't you go to this site, and then most of my Filipino friends, they have married to American.
So where were you when you met this individual? What country were you in?
In the Philippines, and then I was a nanny in a family. And
Okay.
I was a live-in nanny.
Okay.
So I really don't have time to do that, and then to go out with men, this and that. So and then I was what is that? I was with this guy before, so he was beating me up. So I have what is that?
Okay.
Trauma problem. So on that time, I don't really want to date anymore. I'm done with men.
Okay.
That's my, So now, this friend of mine, she told me that, go this site, and then I started making a profile, but it gives me like 3 days because I don't know how to do internet. I don't know how to do
Okay.
this and that. So to make the profile, it takes me a while.
Okay.
So now, first day that I make the profile, somebody, gets into my message, and then he said, I'm interested.
And was it the guy that you married?
Not yet.
Okay.
So
Was there a language barrier? Could you speak English then?
No. On that time, no.
Now you speak English great. I'm
Okay.
talking about back then. Now you speak English. Tabitha, does she speak English
He
great?
does speak English good.
Thank you, but I was learning that from the internet.
Okay.
Every time I don't understand, I just go to internet and then find out what is the meaning, and then I learned by watching movies, by reading books, and this and that. So that's how I started, and then by the people that I always meet most of the time, and then they're talking, back and forth. So I
Okay.
learned.
So the
I-
first guy, he was American. Was he black? Was he white? Was he
White.
He was
white
white.
guy, and then I told him, why you interested of me, and then I don't even have a picture in that profile.
Mm-hmm.
So my friend told me that you have to put a picture so the guy will, see how you look like. So I put a picture. I uploaded a picture of my profile, and then the following night, because like I said, I work as a nanny, so I always, check my profile when I'm not working anymore, like 9 o'clock in the evening. So the my husband now, the guy that I married, he's the one who said, I am interested with you.
Okay.
So
And how did that make you feel?
I was feel excited and nervous. I'm like, okay. So later on he said, do you have a cell phone number? that I can call? I said, sure, I have one. So I said, do you speak English? I said, a little bit, but I don't know if you will understand me.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, okay, I'll call you later. I just, have to get home because I'm still at work.
Okay.
So because our time is like, here is daytime, over there is nighttime.
Oh gosh, so are you like a 12-hour time difference?
Yes,
Okay, it's the same way in a lot of different countries.
different countries.
So you guys began to talk on the phone.
Yes, he called me right away.
Okay.
So he said, so are you a nanny? And then in that picture, are you really a nanny? I said, yes. It seems like you're a star. I said, no, maybe it's just the picture because sometimes the
Oh,
photo is
was it love
different."
at first sight via internet?
I don't know about him, but to me it's like I kind of nervous. So he kept calling and calling, and
So
then
how long after the calls did you guys think you were in love?
after 3 months,
3 months. How long after did you get married?
uh, almost a year.
How many times did you see him physically when he was in America and you were in the Philippines?
Just one time.
Okay.
Because he really, going back and forth is cost you a lot of money, but in the immigration law, you have to meet the person before you bring the person over here to have to prove in the immigration that you have what is that,
A bona fide.
real relationship.
A bona fide marriage.
Yes.
That the marriage has been consummated and bona fide. So when you first got married and you came to America, was he all that he bargained for? Did he tell you that he had money and all of these things and it comes to find out he didn't? How were your expectations when you first walked into his house? You met this man over the internet. But I want to back up. When you met a man over the internet who wanted to marry you and bring you to America, did you think that maybe he would be abusive, or maybe, why does a man want to marry a woman who he's only met one time? Did that ever cross your mind?
I'm thinking about it. To me, I feel nervous because, but it takes time, to know each other. And then he seems like really a nice guy to me. Every time we talk, and then he is always taking care, my thoughts. It's like he is always asking how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time that he is free, he always call me, what's going on with you? Like, it's something like that. So
Okay.
to me, I feel more comfortable talking to him more than the other man.
Okay. So how was the marriage in the beginning? Was it a good marriage? Was it a hard to adjust to marriage? How was it in the beginning?
Well, the beginning it was nice. He treated me nice until later on that it changed a lot when you have kids because the responsibility. He wants to have kids. That's the reason that he married me, I guess. I don't know if he is in love with me.
So he told you, I'm marrying you because I want to have kids.
Yes,
And what did he say?
The first time we met, really, in the online, the first question that he asked me, if I marry you, are you be able to have child?
And what did he say about that?
With-
In terms of, did he say why he wanted a child with you or a Filipina?
Because he's been married for maybe 4, and then he don't have kids.
Mhm.
Then he said, I want to have a pretty children with other. I want to try different country.
So is this man black or white?
He's black.
For me, that really aggravates me. It angers me because as African Americans, we can have so much self-hate that we say, I want to have a pretty child, so I want to marry someone outside of my race because we're identifying pretty with the curly hair and the lighter hue skin. But that's not how we look. Is your husband light or dark skin?
Lighter.
His complexion, he's a light-skinned man or is he my complexion?
Your complexion.
Yeah, that's dark skin. Your husband, I think he's a dark skinned man. And what's wrong with having a dark skinned baby? And I'm not asking you that question. It's a rhetorical question. What is wrong with having a child who looks like you? I mean, you're a beautiful both of you are beautiful young women. And anybody who marries either of you are honored to have you because you're beautiful inside and out. It just angers me when you have an African American who seeks out a different nationality for the purpose of having a quote unquote pretty baby. Because what does that mean? And what are we telling our children who are not biracial? Are they any less beautiful? And I will be honest, I have seen Marianne's baby. Her name is Leanne, and she's simply gorgeous. Take a look at the screen right now. This is a picture of Leanne, and I promise you she can get a modeling contract anywhere in the world. And if you need a baby model, you can call, because Leanne is just simply gorgeous. So we're going to speed it up because we only have a few minutes. So are you guys still together?
No.
And what happened? How did the marriage end?
It was just a reconcilable relationship.
Was there any physical abuse? Because I find in my experience, when men marry women who have citizenship issues, they oftentimes try to control them via abuse. Did you ever have any domestic violence situations?
No.
Okay. So you just how long were you married?
4 years.
4 years?
Almost 5 years this coming November.
And what would your advice be to an individual who met an individual online from another country and they wanted to bring them here as their wife?
First of all, I think just know them first very
Okay.
well.
Okay.
You know, especially the culture being American, you know, and then it's not just American, you know, it's all over the world. You have to know each other first for, like I said, don't rush and everything, or you know, because sometimes also people are not. I'm not saying all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Some Filipino also they are just trying to get here,
Mm-hmm.
and then just to get the citizenship. It's not really about relationship.
I think it's the same here with these roguish men who are marrying women that they've never met. I wonder sometimes, is it an indentured servitude type of deal? I'm going to bring you over, you're going to have my kids, you're going to clean my house, you're going to do these things, and you owe me. That's what I run into a lot when I do the immigrations. That's why I'm doing this show, because I want to let women know you do have success stories, but you also have the stories where the individuals are in situations. Did you ever find yourself in a situation where you thought it would come out differently if you were an American citizen at the time?
Yes, I guess. It's like you have more power if you are a citizen.
Okay. What do you mean when you say that?
Because my husband cannot, you know, put me go back to the Philippines anymore. I can do anything I want, I guess. If I
Okay.
am citizen. But now he's always there, you know, treating me that, you know, you cannot do this because you are not citizen yet. So I don't care. Go ahead and whatever you want to do.
Okay. So he would threaten to send you back to the Philippines if you did something wrong.
Yes. But I told him, yes, send me back to the Philippines. I will be very, very happy.
Okay.
I don't
But,
want to stay here.
but how does that make you feel when somebody's threatening to send you to another country just because you didn't wash the dishes or you failed to kiss his ass that day?
To me, it's just like, I really don't care anymore. I mean, it's just, I feel bad about it because I rushed for the very beginning to get married,
Mm-hmm.
and then I trust him,
Mm-hmm.
so but it just goes not good at the end,
Okay.
the way I thought.
Okay.
But
Well, I'm proud
trying.
of you for leaving. I'm proud of you for trying. I'm proud of you for leaving. So many times, women don't leave and they stay. And this is Legal Kaleidoscope, and we'll be back in 1 minute, and we're going to hear Tabitha Green's story. And I just, again, would like to thank both of you for coming because these are very personal and private issues. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching Legal Kaleidoscope. And don't forget, catch me on Sundays. I am on 9:10 a.m. Superstation, and I come on at 4 o'clock every Sunday. Thanks for watching. Have your constitutional rights been violated by illegal search or seizure of your motor vehicle or home? Did you know that every parent has a fundamental right of parenting, which includes visitation? Call me to get the rights you deserve. I'm attorney TataNisha Reed. Innocent until proven guilty is your right, not just the same. My team of legal professionals will work aggressively to advocate your criminal and family matters and get your life back on track.
For a greater chance to succeed in your time of need, call attorney TataNisha Reed.
Welcome back. I'm attorney TataNisha Reed, and thank you for watching Legal Kaleidoscope. Follow me on Facebook. TataNisha read Legal Kaleidoscope, Kaleidoscope. And if you need a criminal defense attorney, you need a divorce, or you need a probate attorney, call my office, 248-228-8377. 248-228-8377. I am aggressive, and I'm fearless. So if you need an attorney who's not going to make you take a plea, I'm your girl. Okay, so now we're going to go to Tabitha Green. So Tabitha,
Hello.
tell us, where are you from, Tabitha?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, we have a Trinidadian woman here.
Yes.
Welcome. And how long have you been in the United States?
16 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
I know.
So you're like I remember meeting you so long ago and your accent was so heavy.
I still have an accent when I want to put it on.
Okay, let's hear your accent.
No,
Ladies and gentlemen,
no.
Tabitha, look into the camera. Let's hear your accent.
I don't know what you want me to say, you know? Like, I put it on and off when I need to.
That was perfect. So, what brought you to the United States?
Well, my parents, they came with the church when I was 12 years old. Me and my whole family. I have 5 brothers and sisters, and we all came here to America. So I had no choice. So that's what brought me.
Okay. Kind of a little get in the bottom of the boat or an airplane.
Yeah.
Do what your parents
My
do.
first time ever even leaving the country when I came here. It was my first
How
time
did
on
you
a plane.
feel?
It was a kind of culture shock because me and my family are so close back home, and I didn't know anybody here at all. So it was okay, but I had to adjust.
Okay. Did you miss your friends? You make new friends?
I did miss my family mostly. I didn't really have that much friends there because my family was so close, but I missed them a lot, and I made new friends.
Okay.
It was sort of, kind of.
So, how was the transition? What high school did you go to?
Well, when I first came, I went to middle school. So I went to Orchard Lake Middle School in West Bloomfield.
Okay.
And the transition was okay. I had a little bit of issues. Some people actually made fun of me because I had an accent.
Oh, wow.
I did.
As an adult, does the accent work for you?
As an adult, people love them, especially men.
I'm like, teach me how to talk. I want an accent.
No, as like a kid, they used to call me Miss Cleo. And
Are you
stuff.
serious?
Yeah, that's why I changed the way I speak because they never understood what I said, and I had a few people like make fun of me in school and say, "You talk like Miss Cleo," and I just had to kind of conform, and that's why I can switch my accent on and off like when I want to.
Now, when you're talking to your family, do you talk in your native dialect and your accent?
Sometimes both.
Okay.
You know, my parents be like, "Why you talk so American?" You know, like, but I can switch it on and off. Back home, when I go visit now, I talk mostly in my accent.
Okay. Do you think they'll judge you when you go back home if you're talking traditional American?
I think it's because I'm in my culture and I'm back home and I feel more comfortable. It's just natural that it comes out because that's what I grew up with.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And so you said you've been here quite some time. So how was your transition into adulthood? Were you automatically a citizen? Did your parents become citizens? Did you have to marry for citizenship?
Well, when we first came here, my parents had actually got an attorney to get all our paperwork together so we could stay here legally, and paid them lots of money, and they basically screwed us.
Okay.
So, but I knew nothing about it. I was 12 years old. It wasn't until I busted myself in school and did my best and worked hard to get good grades and had a 4.0 and everything.
And West Bloomfield?
Well, I actually transferred over and I went to Dearborn schools because we moved to Dearborn.
Okay.
So I had really good grades and I worked very hard. And when it came time to apply for college and stuff like that, like, you know, I got accepted to a few places. But of course, my parents weren't the richest, so we couldn't exactly just pay for college. We had to get like financial aid or something, and then I couldn't get it.
And how come you couldn't get financial aid?
Well, you have to either be like a student, you have a student visa, and I was here on a B1 visa that expired.
Okay.
So I was actually living here illegally.
And didn't even know it?
And I didn't know it because I was young. I didn't even
Okay.
So you have to have that in order to get financial aid because it's all through the government, so they have to be able to get paid back.
Did you call your parents like, WTF, I'm here illegally, Mom?
Yes, I did. And they were like, Tabitha, we're so sorry. And they tried. I knew the situation with the attorney. I just didn't grasp it at the age that I was because I was young. And that was just, I don't know, it's heartbreaking to see all your friends go off to school and go off to college and you're just at a stagnant position in your life and you're like, okay, I got all these grades and I worked hard and I can't go to school.
And isn't the laws have changed though, because you could go to high school without citizenship and they didn't
Yeah.
even request those documents then.
Yes.
So what happened? Are you still here illegally? Don't answer that question. It could be self-incriminating.
No, I am here legally now. Yay!
Yay! And what
Yes.
was your transition like?
Ooh, my transition was rough.
Okay.
I've been married
Mhm.
twice actually, and I'm 28.
Okay.
I just turned 28. My birthday just passed.
And I'm 43 and I'm still single. I'm just a little jealous right now.
No. I got married when I was 18 first. I applied. It costs a lot to apply for your citizenship. I think every time that you apply,
Mhm.
it's like $1,500 for paperwork. If
So
you-
wait, did you get married because you needed to be a citizen?
Nope, that was an initial reason. I thought I was in love.
Okay.
So, but I also knew that I was illegal and I needed to stay here.
Okay.
So that worked in the favor.
Okay.
And needless to say, well, they denied my paperwork the first time around.
Mhm.
And eventually, well, me and him got a divorce.
Mhm.
So, and then I got married again.
And that was that time because you had to be a citizen.
No, it wasn't.
Are you being honest with
I
us?
swear.
I
I
don't know.
loved him. I did.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm questioning
loved him.
Tabitha's veracity right now, but it's okay. It's okay.
No, I did. I did love him. We had a beautiful son together, so I
Okay.
loved him. We were together for a while before we even got married.
Okay.
So we got married. Our relationship just it was rough.
Did he hang your citizenship over your head?
Oh yes.
How Marianne said, her husband would get angry with her and say, well, I'm going to send you back to the Philippines. Did he do stuff like that to you?
Yes. He even went so far as calling immigration on me.
Are you kidding me?
And yeah. Although I respect him as a father, we had our rough moments, but he called immigration on me when I was still illegal,
Mhm.
and he knew it. And ICE came into my house with guns and my
Are you
kids.
serious?
My 2 children, they did. They came into the house and they arrested me
Mhm.
and took me into immigration court,
Mhm.
and I had to get an attorney
Mhm.
that I obviously couldn't afford. And luckily this attorney, he was amazing. He ended up referring me to somebody else who because we had a domestic violence situation.
Okay.
So he had been charged before with domestic violence for me. So he was able to give me people that could help me, like pro bono, and help me to get my citizenship under the VAWA Act.
So do you think that the reason he was physically abusive is because he knew you couldn't leave him?
I would not want to look at him in that way because it wasn't because we got married. There was love there. We had history.
Mhm.
But I think after a while, to maintain a control and knowing
Mhm.
that I needed him more, it kind of was a stepping stool for him to be like, okay, well, listen,
Mhm.
well, you got 2 more years to stay with me in order for this to happen, and I can monopolize you.
I can put my hands on you.
Yeah.
And it's nothing you can do.
Exactly.
But the grace of God, there was something you
There
can do.
was that I didn't even know. Thank you. Jesus.
So tell the viewers exactly what happened and how you got out of that marriage.
Well, I left, period, and I had to go out on faith because I didn't know what was going to happen. Literally, I thought my kids would have to stay here and I would have to go back to Trinidad. And because of my attorney, basically, I had to get the VAWA Act, which is an immigration law that if you're a domestic violence victim, they allow you, and if the person's charged, and if you're hurt by an American citizen, they allow you to stay here permanently.
Now stop. Say that again, because so many women are in situations of domestic violence. They're ashamed, they're embarrassed, and they came here to get citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
So they feel like I have to take it because I'm not 100% right
And
myself.
they absolutely don't have to take it because there's even if it's a money situation,
Mhm.
there's this place in my attorney in Ann Arbor, and they help you. They literally do everything
Pro
for
bono.
you. Pro bono. And the protective clause under that is the VAWA Act, is VAWA, and they help you out. They go to court with you. They file all your paperwork, and
Mhm.
after the 2 years that you're here, they help you with the citizenship process
Okay.
and help you even if you have study programs about
Mhm.
the booklet that you have to take.
Mhm.
They help you through all of that stuff. So, but you have to, be a victim of domestic violence. You have to go forward with everything and making sure he's like the person that you're with has to suffer through what they have done to you.
So you had to, the charges that were pressed,
Yeah.
you had to go to court and you had to
Yeah.
testify.
Yeah, but you had to go to court and you had to testify, or, well, in my case, I didn't have to do that because he took
He
a
took a
plea.
plea. Mhm.
So he took a plea, and it was, after that, it was easier for me to get it.
So now, who had the pedal stool?
I
who,
do.
Who was on top?
Tab.
But for the grace of God, go Tab. So we are so happy. So now you're out of that marriage.
Yes.
And how are your children? How many children do you have?
2.
And how are they doing?
Good. 10 and 7.
Oh, great. Now, how old is your daughter, Marianne?
4.
4. Now, I'm going to show you guys a picture of Tabitha's children because her children are absolutely gorgeous as well. Please look at the screen. Tabitha, tell everyone your children's name.
Lamaya and Carlos.
Okay. And look at those gorgeous smiles. So, in terms of school, now that you're 28 and you couldn't go to school for so long, are you finally back in school?
I am back in school now.
And you have a social security number?
Yes,
And you can get financial aid.
I can.
Praise God. And so you don't have to be in those situations. What would you tell an individual who is 18 years old, she's here illegally, and she doesn't even know it, and she learns that? I'm going to ask you for 2 pieces of advice. What would you tell her? And what would you tell the other individual who's in a relationship, who's being abused, and they're scared to tell and they're scared to get out?
For the first situation, because that was so hard for me, I would tell the person who is 18, doesn't know that they're illegal, that this too shall pass. You will get through, because although it's 10 years later that I'm able to go to school, schools are still there. There's still different ways that you can get things done. Stay out of trouble, because trouble will get you in trouble with immigration.
Absolutely.
And just basically don't give up on what you need to do, because it is a little difficult of a process. Save your money and don't spend it on foolish things, because you're going to need to pay for these papers sometimes.
Okay, and what advice would you give the individual in the relationship?
In a relationship, you have to value yourself. You have to know your self-worth. Understand that us as women, or even, because it could be vice versa, men, everyone is beautiful and inside and out, and I would never ever put myself again, hopefully, or stay in a situation long enough to make me feel belittled in any type of way.
I thank you guys. I thank you both for coming. I thank you, Marianne Howard. I thank you, Tabitha Green. I hope that these 2 wonderful ladies have helped in terms of legally. Tabitha shared some information in terms of where you can go if you are being abused, and that you don't have to stay in that relationship. I think that is a definite myth, and women stay in these abusive relationships when they are not citizens. And Marianne shared some really good points in terms of how she would be threatened, but she got out of the relationship as well. So today I say girl power. And thank everybody for watching Legal Kaleidoscope. I am attorney TataNisha Reed. Thank you.